if you want to know more information or want to set up a business of the pyrolysis equipment, you can continue and fully continuous pyrolysis plant. If you want to know more about the equipment parameters or the local policy or the factory layout or the profit calculation, then you can send a private message to us to tell us how we can contact with you by WhatsApp or email or WeChat. Then our professional team will answer you one by one. And today's topic is about how to solve the flue gas pollution from the waste tire or waste plastic pyrolysis. Well, many friends may worry about when the machine run, it may cause smoke, odor, or air pollution. And today we will fully answer this question, also introduce the environmental policies, the professional pollution-free equipment detail, and the current labor market situation. The first is where the gas or where the pollution come from, just why it have the flue gas after we pyrolysis the waste tire. Well, that is because the raw material, almost the waste tire or with plastic, like the waste tire, it contains rubber, sulfur, or organic components. So during high temperature pyrolysis, the incompetent combustion will just produce flue gas with dust, sulfur dioxide, or some other things, the dust during production. And this substance causes smoke and odor and air pollution. So because we will reuse the same gas come from the tire, and it will have more harmful pollutions just during this kind of gas burning. That is why we will process with a high quality of the purification system. Have the highest working efficiency, can process like 50 tons of the waste tire every day. It have the biggest working capacity, and it's more eco-friendly, more safe than the batch type one. Well, you can type like what's your raw material and your capacity, or what's your interested technique, like batch type or continuous one. Then we will give you a detailed introduction of this. If there are no more requirements, then we will introduce one by one. And the 3D video now shows is the fully continuous one, and next video is about the batch type technique. And then the next is the semi-continuous one, and the third is the batch type one. You can see it one by one. Just during the live show, during the 3D video and my introduction, if you have any questions or more other information you want to know, you can type in the comment section, or you can send a private message to us to tell us your requirements and how we can contact with you one by one. Then our sales manager will give you a detailed introduction of this. Okay, here are the raw material of the equipment, like the solid waste, the tire, plastic, and hazardous waste, for example, oil sludge or quarter oil. They can all process, and then the final products is the. Turn my micro down a bit. Okay, let me try. Is the voice too loud? Is it better? I can't hear my voice So okay, and this is the raw material, and the oil yield. It just depends on what raw material process. Most common one, the waste tire, oil yield is 40 to 45% nearly. And the waste plastic, it depends on what plastic you process. Like PP, PPS, if you get the pure one, is 90%. But most of the raw material that we process is the plastic waste. So it have the dust or other garbage or water content. The oil is 30 to 80% almost. PET and PVC, this kind of two plastic is not suitable to be the raw material. You need to know. And oil yield, or the coal tar oil yield, this kind of hazardous waste. So in China, the policy is more strict than the solid waste, and the technique of the furnace is also like the material of the furnace need to use the stainless steel, not the like the Q3, 4, 5 or this kind of things. It's just the blower plate. This is aluminium plastic. If we process aluminium plastic, we can get aluminium ingot, the plastic oil, and the carbon black. If you process the waste tire, then we can get tire oil, get the carbon black, steel wire, and kind of syngas. Okay, let's go on. So about the dust, the pollution, we will say that where it's come from and how to solve it. Well, the pollution has come from first the raw material. Like the waste tire, it contains rubber, sulfur, or the organic components. So it may have the dust, the sulfur dioxide, or improved dioxide, and so on. So that is cannot just emission randomly. We need to purify them, and it have the odor, the bad smoke, and the air pollution. So we need to know that there are several ways to solve the problem. First, we need to know the equipment. We need to ensure that it's just don't stick, the smoke don't stick, no leakage, and the smell will just the smell overflow in the workshop. So this is the basic way to solve the odor and pollution problems. But the gas, like in the combustion system, we need to measure them. We need to emission them into the air. So we need to collect this kind of gas, and then using the desulfurization tower, using the dust collector to purify this kind of things. And there are several ways. There are different components to process this kind of purification things. That is, what plan that you have, what equipment that you have about the purification things. It depends on what regions or where you set up this business. There are different policies. So, different policies in different regions and different countries. So we need to know where you set up this business, and then we will give you the certificate plan. Like in China, in different provinces, there are different policies. So we need to know that our clients, which province or which city they want to set up, and then our engineer will give them the plan, the catalog, and about the price list. So after with two ways. The first is about the pyrolysis equipment, and the second is the purification equipment. Then we can realize waste recycling. And by the way, our equipment advantages, we can realize the waste recycling, while the uncondensable gas, they will be purified by our patent device, the odor removal system, and they can be reused as fuel to heat the pyrolysis furnace. It saves fuel cost and reduces carbon emission at the same time. That is, it's just why we have the odor removal system. That is because the gas have the sulfur dioxide, the hydrogen sulfide inside, and if they burn them directly, it will have bad smoke. So we use our patent device, the odor removal system, to purify and to ensure it's eco-friendly. And different from the old fashioned equipment, our machine runs fully sealed and fully automatically, and no manual and no random gas discharge. It's safe, compliant, and stable. We have the fully continuous pyrolysis plant can realize the continuous work for 45 to 60 days. Don't need much labors, only 1 or 2 labors is enough, and for one day it can process more than 50 tons of the raw materials every day. If you want to know more information about this, we can just have a one-to-one communication. You can send a private message to us, tell us how we can contact with you and what's your requirements. Then our sales manager will give you a detailed introduction. And now here is a key knowledge many investors, many clients want to know. It's the 3 mainstream tire pyrolysis process: the batch, semi-continuous, and fully continuous. But many people don't know which is fit their project. Then we will have a detailed introduction, and by using this 3D video, well, you can know the whole processing line, the certificate, and the working principle, and other things. Okay, wait a minute. You can see this video. This is a fully continuous pyrolysis plant. The daily capacity is 15 tons to 50 tons. So the first is the batch type pyrolysis plant. This is the introduction of batch type. Well, this is a traditional model. The load tire, and heat the furnace, finish pyrolysis, cool down, discharge slag, and restart. The whole production is discontinuous. We have one batch for 1 day. And the daily capacity is 10 tons, 12 tons, 15 tons, 18 tons, and 20 tons. And then the semi-continuous one. This is the realized the high temperature discharge. It can feeding and slagging discharging without stop the furnace. No need for frequent cooling and heating. So why? Because it's just we slag the carbon black at an extra furnace. So don't need to cool down the pyrolysis furnace. And it have more strict about the sealed design and the feeding and the slagging system. This is upgraded version of the batch type equipment. And then the third one is the fully continuous one. It supports 24 hours non-stop automatic feeding, pyrolysis, and the slagging discharge. The whole line runs automatically with few workers. So we have different advantages. Like the batch type 1, well, it's low equipment cost. It's small site requirements. It's suitable for small investors with low budget, or just you can set up a small business, and if you want to just get more large capacity, then you can add more line of the batch type. So advantages is low efficiency, high fluid consumption, and the manual operate is just more. And just the flue gas stability is kind of poor compared with the continuous one. So it's hard to just pass strict environment inspections in developed regions. For example, at the slagging type, we have the dust of the carbon black, because the slagging port is a large port. It's not using the seal design like using the slagging wrench, so we have the dust of the carbon black, the solid production, production. So it is just kind of dirty of the workshop. And the semi-continuous one, it's like in a sealed environment, so it's more eco-friendly, and it's fully it's balance the cost and the efficiency. The production capacity is higher than the batch type. We have 3 batch for 2 days. The daily capacity is from 10 ton to 25 ton. And it's fuel saving, less manual work, and flue gas emission is stable and compliant. It is the most cost-effective choice for most medium-sized factories. And the fully continuous one, well, this advantages is super high output, a stable operation, and ultra low fuel gas pollution, and fully meeting the strict environmental standards. It's suitable for large-scale industries, projects, and investors for the large production demands. So this is the typical 3 differences between the different type. You need to know about this most differences, and then we will introduce about the detailed equipment device of this reproduction line. And just during this live show, if you have any questions, you can use you can use the WhatsApp or email or WeChat. If you have to contact with us, you can send a private message to us, tell us how we can contact with you, and then our sales manager will just give you this detailed introduction. Because like many customers will ask about the price, just want to get the quotation, but just we have different type and different capacity, so that is we can't not sure that just one price. We have different raw material for different customized equipment, so we need to know what raw material we want to process, and your daily capacity. Then our sales manager or engineer will give you this catalog and the quotation. Okay, now in the comment section we have our WhatsApp and email. You can add us directly. Wait a minute. Okay, just this is the three differences. So the low budget chose the batch type, and if you have the medium size of the project, you can choose a semi-continuous, and a large scale thermal factories, you can choose a fully continuous. That is one standard to choose different type. Like if your material is different things, you want to process both with tire and with plastic, or you want to process the whole tire. You don't need to. You don't have the pre-processing step, just a pre-processing device like the crushing device and the separation device. Then you can choose the batch type, because the batch type is suitable for most of the raw materials. It has a large port to send the raw material into the furnace, and we first put the raw material and then have the pyrolysis. So it don't have a very high standard of the size and the type of the raw material things. That is why many of the customers will choose the batch type one. If you choose the semi-continuous and fully continuous pyrolysis plant, the raw material need to process. For example, tire, we need to remove the steel wire and to crush the tire to the powder type. And if your material is with plastic, we need to separate the garbage from the plastic things, and then to crush them to the plastic particles. Plastic particles. And if you have the drying machine, it's better to dry the plastic to make the water content is lower than 30 or 15%. And if you have the oil sludge, if it's a liquid type, then you can just using the pump to feed. If you have the solid oil sludge, then we also need the crushing device to crush them to several particles. That is another differences, or another way that to choose the batch type pyrolysis and the semi-continuous one. We will first introduce about the batch type pyrolysis plant. We will start from here. The batch type one, it is include the feeding, the pyrolysis, slagging, and cooling and purification system. We have the daily capacity from 10 ton to 20 ton. The whole production line occupies the area of 300 centimeter almost. Most of the raw material, like there is different kind of raw material, all can use the batch type pyrolysis plant. Well, the first is the feeding system. We will feed it by using the automatic feeder. Here is it. To feed them into the furnace, it almost costs 2 hours to feed them. And then we close the door, open the combustion system to heat the furnace and heat the raw material inside the furnace. And the temperature is almost 300 to 400. Then, after pyrolysis, the gas will come out from this tire. Then the gas first will go out from the outlet and then go into this buffer tank. The buffer tank is to slow down the speed of the gas in order to make it have a longer time to stay in the combustion system. And also the buffer tank can settle down impurities, settle down the dust and the carbon black, and make the oil more pure, make it more high quality. And this is the combustion system. They have the tank condensers. So the combustion system. There's the tank condensers that we will use 7 tank to make the gas to liquidize to the oil, to the fuel oil, and this is the final products. The fuel oil can use at the bricks factory, the cement factory, glass factory for heating, or they can refine to the diesel, a non-standard diesel, which can use at ferry, mining machine, or some agricultural machine. This is the oil-water separator. It is a condenser system, and by the way, it is optional. So this is a safety device, and also it's a purification device. Then here is vertical condensers. Oh, this is a horizontal condensers that have the biggest condensing area. Most of the gas is condensed in this step, and also we process with 2 condensing tower to ensure that all the gas will be condensed. And this is the auto removal system. Purify the syngas. It can remove the hydrogen sulfide in the syngas, and then we will burn the gas directly in the combustion system by using the tail gas burner. Then it can save our extra heating energy. So this is to make the processing line, no random gas is charged, save and reduce carbon emissions. And then we will process with the purification device, like the desulfurization tower, in order to purify the sulfur dioxide, the dust, and the gas that we need to emission. This is the safety device, the vacuum device, to ensure when we slag the carbon black and the steel wire, there are no gas that's in the furnace. If they have the gas, several gas inside the furnace, when we open the door and to contact with the air, it may have a flash explosion. It's very dangerous. And now we will slag the carbon black. The carbon black cannot slag at a high temperature. It's very dangerous, so we need to use the cooling system to cool down the furnace and the carbon. Then we're using a side slag to slag the carbon black. This carbon black is just from the tire. For one tire, we can get nearly 35% of the carbon black. This is deep processing of the carbon black. We can use this working equipment that to press the carbon black. Then it's more easier for transportation and collection. There are no dust during the processing of the carbon black. And then we will pull out the steel wire from the furnace. This is the fully batch type pyrolysis plant. So if you want to know more about the equipment parameters, the local policy adaptation, factory layout, or profit calculation, you can leave your questions in the comment area. Our professional team will answer you one by one. Or you can send a private message to us to tell us how we can contact with you. Then this is more convenient to talk with you. We will send you all exclusive project materials for free. So all the equipment support customized configuration. No matter small or large production capacity, we can match the right process and solve all your flue gas pollution and environmental approval problems or other processing problems. The smallest capacity is 100 kilogram per day, and largest one for one line is 50 ton per day. So just you can contact with us if you have any needs. We provide the one-stop service from equipment customization, installation guidance, and environmental compliance match to after-sales support. No matter where you want to set up the business, all the machine is from our factory in China and export to all over the world. Now we have a customer in more than 120 countries. So after the machine come to your factory, our engineer will come here, come to your factory at the same time to help you to install the debug and to give the training for workers about how to control and to checked of the whole processing line. This is all in our after-sales service. So any other is in European Union and not need the license, or they won't allow to set up this kind of business. And in China, our policy is to support the fully continuous plant. It's need to most of the factories now are more interested in the fully continuous plant because it's have the large capacity and it's more environmental friendly. There are no dust, no leakage of the suspect by the WhatsApp or email, and you can tell to process the waste tire, waste plastic, oil sludge, Asian equipment, and the second is the standard of the pyrolysis plant need to be very high. It needs to ensure there is no leakage of this kind of gas. So if you just visit the manufacturer of this pyrolysis plant, if the factory can have an experiment of the machine, it will be better. Well, so you can send your raw material to the factories to have a test. First, test the liquid if they have the leakage of the machine, and second is the quality of the final products. So that is advice. You can send your raw material to our factory. We have a free experiment, free service for you to have a test of your raw materials. And by the way, our equipment adopts a full closed flue gas contaction system. First, no more gas leakage, no peculiar smell overflow in the workshop, so it avoids the most basic odor and air pollution problems. And the flue gas goes through the purification system, like the cyclone dust removal system to remove the large particle dust, and also the spraying chemical tower, the desulfurization tower to remove the sulfur or the frequent pollutants. And also we have different like electrostatic dust removal system, the activated carbon system to just to filter some tiny impurities. So the whole processing achieved that there will smoke, there will smell. It can emission data needs like in European Union or international environmental standards. This is the equipment that our purification possess. We have three types of the equipment: the batch type, semi-continuous, and fully continuous pyrolysis plant. So the batch type one is just to have the traditional mode, low tire, and heat the furnace and finish pyrolysis, cool down, and discharge slag, and restart. So one batch for 1 day. It's discontinuous, but it's more suitable for almost all the raw materials, and it's suitable for the small scale of the investors. But the disadvantages is low efficiency, high just the fuel consumption, because we can't use the flue gas for the whole day or for a long time. It may have some gas to waste, and in manual operations is more. That is some differences. And the batch type one, it's upgrade the type from the batch type. It can discharge carbon black at a very high temperature, realize feeding and slagging discharging without stop to the furnace, not need the frequent cooling and heating. So its balance cost and efficiency, production capacity is higher than the batch type. We can get 3 batch for 2 days, and fuel saving, less manual work, and flue gas emission is stable and compliant, suitable for medium-sized factories. And fully continuous one adopts 24 hours non-stop automatic feeding, pyrolysis, and slagging discharge. So the whole processing line is automatic with few workers. The daily capacity is much more higher than the 2 type before. Can have 30, 40, 50 ton per hour. So this advantages is super high output, stable operation of low fuel gas pollution, fully meeting the strict European Union and international environmental standards. It is suitable for large-scale the industry product or the business that set up in some regions that is have the more stricter policies of the environmental friendly things. So if you not know the process suits your local policy or your business, you can send a private message to us. Tell us how we can contact with you and requirements. Then our engineer team will customize the best solution for you. And our live show will end in several minutes. So during this 7 or 8 minutes, if you have any questions, you can contact with us. This is what it looks like. This is a fully continuous pyrolysis plant. It is fully automatic continuous work, processing big capacity, and time and labor saving. And this is the semi-continuous one. Capacity from 1 ton to 20 ton, and now we have the 25 ton per day. And this is a batch type one. And by the way, we also have the frame type. The daily capacity is 100 kilogram, 500 kilogram, and also we have 1 ton, 2 ton per day. This is free installation, cost saving, easy handling, and test available. Just almost our customer buy this is for experiment. This frame type. Don't need to install, just you can use them directly. And this is the final products. If your raw material is service tire, we can get the fuel oil, get the syngas and carbon black. And the fuel oil, it can use as blower heating, heavier generator, or they can refine them to the non-standard diesel and use that the ferry or mining machine or other agricultural machine. Syngas can just use at the combustion system directly to burn them, or it's burned in other factories. A carbon black, wood heating or refining. Steel wire to sell as scrap or melt it. The aluminium ingot is from the aluminium plastic. By the way, we can get the plastic fuel oil and the carbon black from the aluminium plastic. This is the profit analysis just for reference because the market is different and it's changed. That is, we can know that the cost is from the several things, and the income is from this kind of final products. Cost is from the material, the electricity consumption, the heating consumption, and the manual things. That's our advantages. Some detail, or the detail, our sales manager will give you an introduction, because that is very brief. And here is some other recommended products. Also, we have the refining equipment to refine the pyrolysis oil, the waste engine oil to the diesel, like the liquid oil sludge, the oil, and so on. I can get 80 to 85% of the diesel. The new one using the catalytic, and the old one using the acid. Now this old one may have chemical pollutions, so we suggest that now you can use in the new catalytic one. It have a higher working efficiency and it's more environmental friendly. The capacity is from 1 ton to 14 ton per day. To get the diesel, this also have the frame type. To get the diesel and asphalt. Here is the profit analysis of our refining equipment. So different capacity, suitable for different requirements. And by the way, we also have the device that to make the plastic to the diesel and gasoline. The raw material is a plastic, and the final products is a plastic, oil, gasoline, and the diesel, 3 kind of oil. Capacity is a several type. This is other equipment, and here is the project cases. And now in China, almost each continent, each province, we have our project cases, and in all over the world, more than 120 countries, we have our customers. Here is some feedback. And the profile of our company. So we are a comprehensive environmental equipment manufacturer, integrating technological design, research and development, machine production, sales and after-sales service. Not only have the pyrolysis plant, we also have refining equipment, carbonation plant with solar panel, lithium battery, crushing and separation plant. These are all environmental friendly processing line to recycle different kind of wastings. Now that is all we have. If you want to set up a pyrolysis business or refining business, you're welcome to contact with us. We are doing group. Our company's name is Doing Group in China. You can contact with us by the WeChat, WhatsApp, or email. And that is all we have. Thank you for watching today. Have a nice day. Goodbye.